doctor said he liked my car. He told me on the way there he was born in sin. What else is new? I said I'll ride that road, yeah, and I know just where you've been. I don't know where I'm heading. Can't go back again. You tell me what you got now, I'll tell you what you lost. Tell me what you bought now, tell me what it cost. Look out of your window, gone like morning frost. You know, back in town they're talking. They say he sold his soul. They say he died for nothing. They dumped him in a hole. You know they're talking. Say they dumped him in a hole. He must be burning, they say, burning black as coal. Mississippi mud. I say that man was clean as Jack from Jordan's flood. He went down to the crossroad and I fell down on his knee. He asked the Lord above have mercy. He said, save poor Bobby if you please. He's sure a star in heaven, burning above the sea. Sure a star in heaven, burning bright above the sea.
Okay. Good morning. It is January 7th, 2014, and I'm talking to you from my hospital room at Northside Hospital, St. Petersburg, Florida. So what's happening today is they've got me on getting me to use these breathing tools, which will help keep my lungs expanded, and hopefully I won't have to use oxygen or breathing treatments, which would be nice. I'd like to go home today they're talking about sending me home. These blood thinners got to do some kind of number game, and once they do whatever they do with their numbers, they're able to transfer me to a pill and take the IV off and then send me home. So I've been in here 7 days, and the way I still understand it is that this clot can take a year to be removed. So it sounds like I'll be on these blood thinners for a year, and we'll see how all that goes. I'm still pretty weak. I can only walk from one end of the hall to the other end of the hall and then back to my room, and then my left leg starts to give out. So I'll see how all that goes, and I'll do the best I can, and maybe eventually they're going to operate and do something with that leg, either expand the arteries and put I guess it's a stent. It's kind of like a little screen that opens up those arteries. I guess I've got plaque in one of them arteries, and that's what's causing the pain. So we'll see how all of that goes. But as I come to the end, there really isn't a whole lot, to talk about. It's pretty much the same every day. I do my walks. I walk as many times as I can, and now I've started on these. I started on them last night, these breathing tools. So once I get these, keep using these breathing tools, hopefully they're going to clear up my lungs. They help expand my lungs. And, maybe there's stuff inside there that's making it so I can't breathe. I don't know. My voice sounds funny because I guess I've got something, phlegm or something in my throat. So, that's pretty much the report today. There's no big stuff happening, really. I'm just waiting for them to get the numbers that they need, and then send me home. That's about it. So I've only got so much battery, and then I gotta plug it into the wall and wait. I don't like to stretch cables across the floor and stuff like that, because they come in and they're doing business, and I don't want them tripping on them. So I'm gonna go looking around, see what's going on in the other channels, and all the doctors that come in every day haven't been in yet. It's 10:20 now. So I had a doctor in early this morning. I guess it was early this morning. Yeah, I think it was early this morning, around 5 o'clock or something. And, he didn't have too much to say. They really don't have too much to say. They pretty much come in, look at you, and tell you, they're waiting for the numbers or whatever, and they leave. About 3 or 4 minutes is all they stay. But, there ain't nothing to say. Why stick around? That's the way I look at it. So I'm going to do the same thing. There isn't too much to talk about. So what I'm going to do is maybe I'll come back on later on, this afternoon when I've got something else to say. But I think a lot of the stuff that I'll be dealing with will be when I get home and we start talking about Medicaid. At this point, I've been denied because I have, from what I understand, because we have 2 cars. And the way that it works is that you can have a house and you can have 1 car. And it don't matter what kind of house or what kind of car. But that second car can't be worth more than $5,000, I think. So, we've got 2 cars, and that second car we have is worth more than $5,000. But we've got to see how this all works out, because everything we have is in both of our names. So, I think dealing with Medicaid and Social Security is where this story is going to get interesting, because now we're going to start dealing with how is Obamacare working. I'm the kind of person that Obamacare was meant for. People like me that weren't supposed to lose everything should they get sick like I got sick. I shouldn't have to lose my house and my cars because I got sick. And that's what Obamacare was all about. So now, we're going to see if Obamacare works, if Medicaid works. Now, in the state of Florida, he turned down any aid from the federal government. Governor Scott turned down aid for Medicaid. And, they take Medicaid out of our property taxes as well as income tax. So we get hit twice on Medicaid, property owners and if you work. So we're got to see how all of this turns out, and we'll see what kind of fairness we're going to be dealing with, because I don't think they should be able to deny us at the same time charge us a tax. That don't sound right. You pay into Social Security, and when you get to that level, you get Social Security. Well, we're paying property tax that they take Medicaid out of, and they're going to deny me because I have my name on a second car. Looks like it's going to be a job for a lawyer. We'll see. We'll see how this all works out. We do have, the hospital right away gave us a representative, or as soon as you start dealing with Social Security and stuff, there's a representative that the hospital provides. So we do have a representative, and she's working on the case. And then what we have to do is, if things don't work out, is we've got a lawyer that will work, if I understand it, pro bono as well, and see if he can get all this stuff straightened out for us. So there is a lot of stuff out there for poor people, and I've always claimed to be poor. Being poor isn't a bad thing. Being poor just means you don't have any money. It doesn't mean that you're a lowlife, or it doesn't mean, that you're some kind of shady person trying to milk society for everything you can get. It just means you don't have any money. And you can be poor and still own property and cars and stuff like that. You just don't have any money. So, the poverty level is based on money, not assets. So, one of the things that Obama is trying to do is make sure that people like me don't lose all their, life earnings over an illness. And that's the way that it used to be. You could work your whole life and pay off your cars and pay off your house and not be in debt, live debt free, and then you get sick. And if you didn't have any insurance, that's it. They start looking at your assets. So that's what I'm going to deal with when I get home. I'm going to deal with Social Security, see if I'm going to get Social Security, and Medicaid, see if we're going to get those two. So I'll keep these up to speed. Right now it looks like I'm just going to be in transition here, waiting for some kind of numbers. And when the numbers are right, then I pack my bags and I go home. Or I should say I put on my rags and I go home. So I think this time around, hopefully it'll be a little bit better going home. Hopefully, they pretty much got, with thinning the blood and taking care of my blood pressure, they've pretty much taken care of my breathing problem. So I'll see. I've got these tools that every hour I'm supposed to breathe them 10 times or something like that. So I'll keep doing that, and we'll see if this helps my breathing and, starts expanding my lungs, and maybe I end up coughing some of this stuff out of there that's causing me not to be able to breathe. So, normally I would just let the blues play, but because I don't, I'm running completely on battery, and I have 78%, 77% battery. I'm going to use a little bit of that to kind of look around, see if people have changed. I've been at this. Yesterday was 4 weeks, and on the 9th will be a month. So let's see if the chats have changed, or if they're still just the same old thing, complaining about this and complaining about that. But I guess somebody's got to change the world, and if that's what they feel like doing, if that's what makes them feel good, well, more power to them. I'd like to feel better to where I could get involved in that again. But, when something like this happens, it's really hard to be negative. It's really hard to say the sky is falling when you know damn good and well what it feels like when the sky really does fall. So you can't sit here and complain because there's something in our food. Gitmo's, not closed, or NSA is spying on us, or all the things that people have been complaining about all along. And I think we're going on 3 years with Occupy, and I don't know if they've ever accomplished anything in 3 years. I do see, like Global Revolution it's just a place to go join other people in complaining and exaggerating and feeling good about feeling bad. But when you go through something like I've gone through, you really don't want to. You don't feel like complaining. You just feel like getting better, and maybe in a year, I'll have a different attitude, or maybe in a year I'll even appreciate my life more because, this new heart, the way they fixed it, it's kind of like having a new car, and if they get in and they clean up all these arteries and I've got good circulation, who knows what I'll do. I might take my little show to a whole new level. But we'll see how things go. And like I said, complaining isn't something I'll be doing. Explaining is what I'll be doing. Explaining what happened to me. For, if the time comes where I'm more regular, once I get home, I'm more regular on the channel, and people want to come in and ask questions, and I'll probably do a show with Yvonne and Abby on dissenters, and everything depends on my energy level. You start out real good and you feel real good, and you want to talk, but your energy runs out, and you get sleepy, and so I'll see how my strength is, and if I can do half hour, an hour with Yvonne and Abby, maybe talk with I'd like to get Vet over here and talk to him, because he's gone through this 3 times, if I understand it right, and once is enough, even though they opened me up twice. Once is enough. But the thing is that my problem never was and never has been with my heart or them opening up my chest. None of that ever really hurt. My problem has always been with my lungs and breathing. That left leg with the I guess they call it calcium is in there, or plaque. That's what it is. It's plaque. That's been my problem all along, not being able to breathe. Plaque in my left leg somewhere up in there, and also I've got some problems with my carotid arteries, the ones that are in your neck that feed your brain, and they're gonna keep an eye on that too, to see if the blood thinner is gonna help, open them up a little bit. So I've got a long way to go, and just the lung healing alone, there's from everything I've heard, is going to take a year to break down that clot, and it's a pretty big clot. So I don't know, the extent of my exercise. Will I be able to ride my bike? I want to ride my bike. I can do way more riding my bike than I can walking around the pool. So when they do come in, I'm going to discuss riding the bike, because you're sitting down, and if you get tired or anything, you're sitting down. I can stop and just rest right wherever I'm at. Pull over to the side of the road or stop on the sidewalk and just rest. But I'd like to see what this new heart can do. I'd like to. The whole time I've been here in Florida before I got sick, I could never feel my heart beat no matter what I did. It just didn't beat. So I guess that was, that should have been a sign right there. But that's been going on. I remember I went to California, and it was the same thing. I couldn't get it to beat when I would run. It wouldn't beat. So I may have had this problem a lot longer than I even knew. So with the new heart, I walked 10 feet to the bathroom, if that, and it's beating. So at first, it was kind of a strange feeling to see my heart beat so fast, so soon. And now that I'm used to it, it's kind of nice. And they keep an eye on the oxygen in my blood, and they keep an eye on my blood pressure, which is when I go home, I'll have to keep an eye on my blood pressure. But they've gotten my blood pressure pretty much under control. I remember that it was really high. It was like in the 70s over 70 or something like that. Now they've got it down pretty good to 117 over, I'm not sure what it's like, 68 or something. But anyway, they're real happy with my blood pressure. And when I came in, not this time, but the time before, and I couldn't breathe, one of the things that they did, they gave me this shot. And when they gave me the shot, it lowered my blood pressure way down to like 50 over something. But I could breathe right away as soon as they did that. So blood pressure somehow works to help me breathe. I don't know whether they know how it works or what, but I know that when my blood pressure is low, I can breathe. If it's too high, I can't breathe. So that's how that's working right now. And I'll close this for now, and this is the seventh show. Yeah, I think it's the seventh show, seventh report. Yeah, it's the seventh report, and I'm gonna let you listen to this song. This is a good song. Maybe I'll play the blues a little bit instead of looking around. I like the blues. Haven't heard them lately. Here you go. Here's a good song for you.
I got to move. I can't stay here no more. I've got to move. I can't stay here no more. The woman I love, she don't want me no more. She won't cut, she won't wash, she won't iron, she won't sew. Whoa, she just won't treat me right. Spend all of my money, walk the street both day and night. Oh, what a shame on the side. The woman don't want me, and the man don't need me here. Got to get out.
You just gotta love the blues. I feel so good when I listen to the blues. So what I'm going to do, I've got my my branding card up, and I am going to see if gonna see if I can get Healy to talk. So it's gonna be a little tricky. See how it all goes. Updating my software update that I use for Healy's voice. Okay. Install that later. Doing that now. Okay. Uh-oh. Good morning. I'm doing okay. Thank you. They were just checking on me. So, we got EV. Let's see. I
Shut this off. Now we got the CD. Yeah, here we go. Got something going on there. Let's see. I hope this works. I'm gonna let Ely talk. Ely, that's me. I'm back. I'm back from the sick bay. Yeah. Art was all messed up. Yeah. He had a broken heart. Yeah. Yeah, his heart broke. So they had to fix the broken part, put him back together so he can come back and operate this show for us. Yeah. Art's the one that pushes buttons and makes things happen. He slides knobs and tells us what to do. And then we just do it. And then we have a show. So this is Edie. And I'm back. And I hope everything works. So we're sitting in a hospital and looking out. If we look out the window, we see the roof. Yeah, we're on the 3rd floor. Yeah. So we're just here, and we're playing the blues. So I'm gonna play the blues. That's what I'm gonna do, and keep an eye on the battery, and see how it goes. Hope it records everything. But I'm just here to say hi. I'm back. Maybe Deep wants to say hi. Okay, let's see.
Are you there? Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm back. I'm back with Ely and Art. Yeah, we're gonna do our show and see if we can do this. We can last long enough to do this. So it's gonna be okay. They fixed his broken heart, and now they just gotta fix his lungs and fix his leg. They're fixing him. Yeah, they're tuning him up. So maybe our shows are gonna be better because Art's gonna feel better. So I'm gonna send you back to Ely, and we'll see what Ely has to say.
Okay, so when they put Art all back together, we're gonna do the news and the weather, and we're gonna talk about Social Security, Medicaid, and the hospital system, healthcare, and so we're gonna have a lot to talk about. So we're gonna do the best we can to let you know if this happens to you, what you can expect. And we're hoping that Obamacare works, because I think we're probably at a $500,000 now. So we gotta see how this all works. And after we get it to work, then we can be all happy with Obamacare. So I guess Obamacare came along at the right time. So we'll see how this all works out for Art. And we're gonna keep talking. We're gonna do the news. We're gonna talk about the Broncos. The Broncos are doing good. Oh boy, I hope they make it to the Super Bowl. So we're gonna talk about the Broncos. We're gonna talk the weather. The weather's been crazy while we were gone. Jeez, 42 degrees below zero some places. Wow, that's pretty cold. Here in St. Petersburg, it's cold. Yeah, I guess some are saying 30 degrees. That's pretty cold for us. Yeah. So it doesn't stay cold here long though. And Colorado's the same. Doesn't stay cold long. So we're gonna be doing the news and the weather, and healthcare, Obamacare. We're going to do Medicaid, Social Security. So, what we're trying to do now is just get better. That's all. And, you know, as we feel better, we'll do better. And we'll do, you know, try to do our maybe 2-hour shows, hour shows, whatever it takes us. And then, of course, we're going to play the blues. We're always going to play the blues. And what do we say? If you don't like the blues, you are in the wrong place. Yeah, but you're never in the wrong place when you stop by to visit us. So we're happy to see you, and we're really thankful for all the people that wished Art well. Yeah, and the dissenters who sent him stuff. Yeah, they sent him stuff. Little monkeys and cards and flowers and candy. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, Art was pretty sick. He was pretty sick. He didn't know if he was even going to make it, but he did. And now he's got to just get better. He's got to do his exercises for his lung and take his medicine and exercise. So from now till for a year, his job is to get better. So that's what we're going to do. Going to try to ride our trike, and we're going to do our breathing messages. You can tell it. He's got a little cough, trying to get past the cough. It kind of sounds like a cat sneezing. Have you ever heard a cat sneeze? Yeah, that's what my cough sounds like. So, we're going to play some blues. Yeah, we're going to play the blues. And it's good to be back. It's good to see that, there's some good people. Really good people out there. So it's hard to be a hater when you know there's so many people out there that care. So, I'm gonna turn the blues up, and you listen to them. I'm gonna let this go for maybe one more song, and then I'm running low on battery, and then I gotta check and see how much of this worked, and if it worked, that's great. That means I don't have to readjust again for a minute there. Art couldn't get the voices to work, so there was no Healy and Deep. Can't have a Healy and Deep show without Healy and Deep. So hopefully Art fixed it. And here, you listen to this song, and then he's going to shut down and see if everything went right. So, here's the blues.
I'll start out real gently, and I'll start out real sweet. Then, baby, when you're ready, I will turn up the heat. Yeah. No need of moving too fast. I know a woman's needs come first, and nice guys finish last. take all night. I'll do all I can, baby, to treat you just right. Hey, hey, hey. No need of moving too fast. I know a woman's needs come first, and nice guys finish last. I just wanna see you, baby. That smile on your face. Hey, no need of moving too fast. I know a woman's needs come first.
Okay, so
I'm Dana Steele.
we'll talk to you in a little bit,
.com.
and
Internet radio
thanks for
number
listening.
one for the blues.